infinite flavors. Yeah, pick your favorite. Yeah, keep player. Ooh, think about running from there. Yeah, looking at the Lakers. Salam alaikum, walaikum salam. Why thank you? We really alive. Hi hater, bye hater, bye hater. Bye Felicia, not good, not tomorrow. Look though, it's a lot of vacant houses, whole city like a toddler made the block look snatched. No, Johnny is the projects, no saying Lucy Lou. Trying to kill bills off $1 meal, really will fit your whole attitude. Been rapping about the real since a little. Imagine if I had a booth. When I found my soul, cuz had me in the booth, booking no first that ever roll, shorty. The whole block posted, everybody not the vocals. Any social, I'm posted, I'm like ride. If I can't cope, I don't know, could be inside. First line was about my shit.
Coming to you live from Southern California, this is the game of the week on MLB The Show. The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. Getting the nod in this one, Nick Pivetta. Chris, how about a scouting report?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
Atlanta, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
In the air, right side. And there's one down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. 3 for 13 so far in the series. Line drive, and that gets down for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. 3 hits and 12 trips so far in the series. Ball 1, no strikes. Just
inside,
missed.
ball 2.
And
ball
another
3.
ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
First and second, 1 out. And the batter now, Matt Olson. That misses. 1-0.
Well, the best way to
ball,
shake off
no
yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Joe gets under it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
That is it. The third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here's Austin Riley.
This at bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Strike 2. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Struck him out of the front door breaking ball. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. On to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. back here in San Diego. And our pitcher in this game, Spencer Schwellenbach. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos, they're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Xander Bogaerts, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. On the ground. And foul ball. And there's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
So digging in, Brandon Lockridge. Outside low, ball 1. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And a count even 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This to third, and that's just foul. The pitch. And it's even up.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
To third, Riley. Gets it to first.
You're up.
2 away. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Manny Machado.
Boog, this is one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. I mean, he's such a consistent hitter. You got to love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in this one.
Luis Ariz stands in. One of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
And that's down and away. 2 outs, base is empty. Now he breaks his bat. Now the throw to first on the run. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Harris measures 6 feet even, batting 6th in today's lineup. And he's a former Rookie of the Year. Pivetta back to work. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1. Ball.
Joe
1-1.
McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Inside, and it's 2-1. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said. Swings through that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 3. Up the middle, Bogarts handles the chance. Over to first. 1 up, 1 down. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Just 2 for 11 in the series so far. First pitch swinging.
No ball.
1 out,
1
bases
strike.
empty. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one back there. Get out of town. His second of the year, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. Liner, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Drake Baldwin with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And now the shortstop, Nick Allen. Just off the outside edge.
1 ball, no strikes.
Baldwin leads off first with 1 away. And that's outside, and it's 2-0.
2-0 to count.
Ground ball up the middle. Cronenworth. There's one. Over to first. Safe. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Here's Acuna now. Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
No.
Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And the next pitch is way outside. 1 run across to the frame so far here at the top of the second. And that's outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Here's Profar now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swings through that one out in front that time.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Comes up empty.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Off the mark there. 1-2 the count. Swing and a ground ball. Bogarts fields it cleanly. They take the force out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. We head to the bottom of the second, and now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to. He must have been looking for something else, because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Tatis waits. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's downstairs and outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Good eye in that spot.
That's a great take. Tried to get him to chase just outside the zone, but he wouldn't offer.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run. Pretty nice play there.
That is it. Third baseman, Machado.
Here's Manny Machado. 4 hits and 11 tries so far in the series. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
There's a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
One down, base is empty. Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
And now it's Elias Diaz. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Padres go down quietly, and it remains 1-0. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss there.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again at the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And down on strikes. And now 1 away. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Fly to left his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now it's even up. One down, base is empty. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2-2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Austin Riley now at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
That one fouled off. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So they make short work of him there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 1 and the Padres nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. The wind of the pitch. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Towards first. He gets there with the slide. And that's a great play for the out.
Batting 8, designated hitter, Jason Hayward.
Here's Jason Hayward. And a foul ball.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Swing and a ball popped up. Allen under it. Makes the grab and there's two gone.
Batting ninth, the left fielder,
Connor Joe, the next up for the Padres. That one catches the corner for a strike. Slapped foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Braves 1 and the Padres nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton and set to lead off the fourth, Michael Harris the second. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a miss.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Baldwin at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 1-0. Bottom of the fourth, so digging in now for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts. Ball 1 to Bogaerts.
You know, these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
just missed. There's a strike. 3-1. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they come away without an out. Stepping in for San Diego, Brandon Lockridge. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike. 0-1. Good job to fight that one off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Next offering is outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And that's off the inside edge. And 1-1. That's down and in. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And he makes the grab. That's out number 2.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Grounded out his first time up. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Just missed. Bogarts off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Harris fires it in quickly. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now Machado up here. Struck out swinging his first time. Outside. And that's ball one. Two on, two outs. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Next offering way off the plate.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
2 outs, bases full. Here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. There's a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Two outs. That's to third. Base hit. 1 run in already. Now the second run is in. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
He was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Grounded out his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Inside, just missed. First and second, 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two on, 2 outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a chopper out to short. Throw on to Olsen. That takes care of Cronenworth. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Padres 2 and the Braves 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Pivetta back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Next pitch is outside.
You know, these Braves definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And that just misses.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Comes a 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's 0 for 1. That was the sweeper, but it missed. Acuna, 27 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. This one in the air, center field. Lockridge settles under this one. And there are 2 outs.
The left fielder, number 7, Jurickson.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. 1 for 2. He caught it behind his back. Gathers and throws. And very nicely done for the out. What a play to end the inning. There's no way he saw that into the glove.
No, you're absolutely right. All he knew was the grounder was somewhere behind him. Just threw his glove out there and it stuck. That was pretty cool.
Back here at Petco Park. Now it's the DH, Jason Hayward. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Gone. He crushes that one to center field. It's 3-1.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Next for the Padres, Connor Joe. Went down on strikes his first time through. Just missed.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Ball 2.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Foul ball there. In the air, right field. Acuna after it. And makes the grab. One down.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
And here comes Xander Bogaerts. That one to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
The center fielder, number 28, Brandon.
So digging in now for San Diego, Brandon Lockridge. 0 for 2 in this one. Right through there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Ground ball to the right side. Can't glove it cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. 6th inning coming up on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Ryan Hoeing.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Fouled off. He was late. Bases empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Adrian Morejon appears to be getting loose. Matsui getting cranked up as well. Here's the pitch to Olson. That one missed. That's outside. And it's 2-2. Swings and misses. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Here is Austin Riley, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. Nothing doing here this half. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Padres 3 and the Braves 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Hurston Waldrop, in the game for the first time this season.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
No strike.
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
He'll do it himself. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Ground ball, left side, and foul ball. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Yeah, and beyond that, all the other men in those clubhouses that sort of take you under their wing as a son or a nephew and show you some of the tricks of the trade. It's just invaluable, that type of experience.
One down, base is empty. That one just misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away. Here's Machado.
Third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And that is out of play. And Manny gets a piece. Two outs. Just misses with that one.
Excellent location right there. Flirted with the zone, tried to get in the chase.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Padres go down 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Padres 3 and the Braves 1. New pitcher on now, Adrian Morejon.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Harris now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swings through that.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swings and misses. Diaz gets it to first. And a quick out, number 1. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Fouled off left side. The Padres leading by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. That missed by a lot. And now it's even 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next pitch is outside. Stays alive. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And downstairs. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Right side, hard hit. And Albies is retired.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Drake Baldwin digs in now. Swings through that one for strike 1.
His manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Down in order go the Braves. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back here in San Diego, bottom of the 7th. Here's Elias Diaz. On the ground to third. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Jake Cronenworth will hit next. And he takes a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
That one to first. Takes it himself. Out. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jason.
2 outs, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Jason Hayward. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. That's towards center. Harris after it. Makes the catch, inning over. So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Yuki Matsui. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Number 1, Yuki Matsui.
Leading off, Nick Allen.
The shortstop, Nick
Matsui in his 2nd season, 29 years old, and he was born in Japan. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they had their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pretty good spot. Hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
And now it's Ronald Acuna
That's
Jr.
strike.
A swing and a miss, and that's
No
strike
ball.
one.
One strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important at getting back into this ballgame.
Bullpen action for the Padres. Jason Adam getting loose out there. The tying run at the plate. Down low, it kicks away. And now a man into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one misses. 2-2.
Well, as a pitcher, when you
Two
make a
strikes.
big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
That's out to center field. Lockridge moving under this one. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Throw cut off to third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
The left fielder has a catch,
Jurickson Profar steps to the dish in a critical spot. 1 for 3. That one way outside, and that's ball 1. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
One ball. One strike.
And a count 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And he beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. And the runner holds.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is, here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
High leverage spot coming up for the big bat of Marcell Ozuna. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Tying run at the plate. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And we're back onto the bottom of the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Connor Joe. Waldrop back to work. Just off the outside edge. 1-0.
No strikes.
Fly ball down the line. Acuna on the run. Snags it on the run. And there's one down.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Bogarts in the box now. No balls and a strike. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Oh, and 2 now. And he chases that one. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Brandon Lockridge, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 3 in this one. That's in for a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
Ball 1 there. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. 9th inning coming up. It's the Padres 3 and the Braves 1. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Jason Adam. He comes in with a chance for his 2nd save of the season. Here is Matt Olson. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Pitch misses, and a count 1-2.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Ball 2.
On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. That's inside. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Riley now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Next offering upstairs. Next offering is fouled back. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Got him swinging. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Paris. The batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
They say he went.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Adam is just 1 strike away.
Ball.
And now 1-2.
1-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
That one outside. And the count is even 2-2.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
This was by no means an offensive outburst. Only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
And your final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.